Did you miss me? Yeah, I know I've been gone for too long. Yeah, but now I am back. Let's move on. Yeah, hope you're ready for more, cause I'm ready.
Hey everybody, welcome to another
I just see
episode
many,
of
many
Marriage
Another.
Porn.
We
Yes,
another.
yes.
Another. It's been a minute, y'all. Let's just get to the point. Like it's been a
Yeah, it's
minute.
been a minute.
Don't say it's another episode like we was on last week. Like keep it real. Let me fix my shit. Right.
Right.
Shots fired.
So,
So what's up?
what's up everybody? It's been a minute for us guys, and it is another episode. No matter what she says, it is another episode. So,
Y'all know I'm doing my little
guys,
videos.
when we don't be on here for a minute, we like to do our updates on what's been going on with our
Which
lives.
we're gonna work on that. We gotta stay consistent on a weekly basis. There's just been a lot of transitions, a lot happening, a lot of good stuff. Say hello to the ew. Go ahead, Ray.
And so, today's topic, which is, I like to talk
It's
about,
called missing.
it's called missing. Yes,
How did we get to this topic?
MIA.
How
Well,
did we get to this topic?
one, we got to this topic because,
How did you get to this topic?
well, number of reasons.
The first one.
Well, we kind of been MIA with our calls with you guys
No, but
recently.
no. How did it? How did this stem? What was the number one thing that you were like, you know what? We should do a call about this.
My wife wanted to know, did I really miss her while she was on her Mother's Day cruise?
Now you know. Tap in.
Tap in. Right. So the thing is,
The answer is no, since we're obviously doing this call.
right.
Oh, right. So you didn't miss me. So the truth comes out.
This is the thing, right? Okay, so
I told him he could have done this call by himself.
no, we doing this call. Well, the one thing is, yes, we have been missing in action as far as this call, So I wanted to talk to you guys about, what's been going on in Jen's career. I'd like you to actually get into your
Let's
new.
talk about no. Let's
We- we-
discuss
we-
the missing, how it came up.
We are going to discuss the mission, but I just want to go ahead and elaborate. We got enough time. We just started the call.
We're doing a 30-minute call because I have time. I have to do other things today.
Okay, all right.
One of them is quality time with Brandon.
All right, so Jen, babe,
I'm here.
wifey,
Yep. I'm finishing this post. Go ahead.
how have you been enjoying your new venture? Because you've been missing around the household lately, you know?
I've been loving it.
Yeah.
I've been loving it.
You've
Shoot.
been on a cruise.
I've been loving it. I
You've
feel like
been
I don't
on
got
a
no kids no
girls'
more, no
trip.
husband. I feel like I just been single again.
Yeah.
Except
Tell
for the
me about it.
benefits, except for the extracurricular activities until I get home.
Tell me about it. You've been missing, girl. Missing.
No, but you ain't been missing me though,
Missing.
right?
We'll talk about that as the
Okay.
time goes on.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, but I'm glad you talk about it because even though it's a part of the topic, even though, like Brandon said, I've been gone several occasions, multiple days, I still wasn't missed by my husband, y'all. It's really a sad scenario.
She was missed.
By my kids.
No, you was missed by both.
Okay.
All right. So,
And then what?
so talk about it. Let's talk about what's been going on with you. Why you haven't been around the house? Why you haven't been?
Well, you guys know I, launched. Well, I guess we weren't here since I launched, but before that, we were talking about some new business ventures going on, my travel business. But in the midst of all that, I partnered with one of like the largest agencies out there called Magical Destinations Travel. So I'm partnered with them. I joined their team. I'm also a travel agent with the other ladies. And it's been great. So I've had my own trips before joining them.
Yes.
So that's why it's been a lot of happening because a lot of these trips since I started last year, I was planning for people. So I had them already going. It just happens to be that God is so amazing that in the midst of all those travels, the agency popped in the mix of the schedule. So now I even have more access, more things, more events, more trips. I get more incentives. We get more family things. We get more discounts. It's just been great. I've been loving it because we have like 199 different websites. that we could look at travel, when it comes to all inclusives, adults only, beach trips, family trips, cruises,
Disney, all of
Disney. I'm
Disney.
certified in Disney. And where's the little clap clap thing?
Yes.
So I had to get certified with all of Disney, not just Disney World or Land. Disney is, a lot of people don't realize Disney got World, Land, Universal, cruises, hotels. They own islands. Like it's huge. It was a long training, but it was worth it. I learned a lot. I have certificates now, so I'm certified in that and I'm super excited. So we're doing Disney cruises, regular cruises. We have Disney packages, y'all. We have payments. It's just so much that I was praying for to have additional access to versus when I was on my own, just trying to figure it out. And they say when you're by yourself, you can go far, but when you're with a team, you can win more, you can do further things. And that's what I was praying for, like access. I need partnerships. I need, the big word is access,
Yeah. And
connections.
and guys, if you look at this link right up here,
Hmm.
that's the link that you can type in to actually get access to her site.
Yep. So we have our own, link. We have our own bookings. We have our own payments. There's just so much. I even have like Airbnbs and villas,
And you can do honeymoons,
honeymoons, weddings.
weddings.
I can
Yeah.
get certified, which one of the things I'm going to tell you today, I found one of the trainings for Royal Caribbean. So I can
Okay.
get certified in specifically Royal Caribbean. I really like them.
And I seen you had a good time for
Hmm.
Cinco de Mayo or
What I
Cinco de
do?
Marco.
Oh, we went to Connecticut. You was there too.
Yeah.
You think Canada?
I was there. I got to go on one trip.
One of them to Mr. Barker. He need to go and get this money, okay? So so no, then we did Connecticut, Cinco de Marco. One of my boys, Mark, he throws a party every Cinco de Mayo, and I finally made it after years of trying to go. I think it was worth it. It was a
Yeah.
great time. He ended up getting us in VIP with him. I saw a lot of friends that I haven't seen in a while. I saw some of my best friends. And then what else in the mix of all that? I did my adults only trip in the beginning of April, which that was a huge success. It was a group of like 20 of us. So that was pretty cool. I already have, Mother's Day cruise for next year booked. For some people, as far as a year, it's a European cruise.
Okay.
It's a Mediterranean 7 night Mother's Day European cruise. So I'm really excited. It's just a lot, like so much happening. I'm working on a Father's Day thing, but Mr. Barker is so picky. I just be like, well, you just stay home and I'll make you a steak or something. Because he's so picky. But I have some ideas of what he likes, what places he wants to go to, because we get to partner, his
Hmm.
new career, my new career, the kids. What else?
You've been
What are you
looking.
thinking?
You're looking a lot better, and now I see
A
that
lot better.
a
See,
lot.
it's a lot. It's not even a lot.
You're looking
Which
great.
times that wasn't looking good?
No, you always look. I'm saying you looking like more energetic now and
Mm.
stuff. What's going on with that?
You just want to discuss our gym. We go to the gym at least 4 days a week.
Right.
Good.
Impact our relationship. Going to
Sex is
the.
popping again. It was always popping, but it's even more popping because Brandon gets excited. Brandon be like, "Oh, you went to the gym. Come here, babe. Oh, you did this. Oh, I'm gonna start lifting you up again." And, Brandon be in a whole nother level, right?
Really, all
Look at
that.
his muscle. No,
Yeah,
but
you
you
said
too. I'm saying
you
you
had
too.
to
Like,
say
look,
all
your
that.
muscle. Show how you be grabbing the lotion and shit. Like, how
No.
you be doing
She
it?
said I'm extra strong when I grab the
Yeah, he
lotion.
go. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things I think with this whole transition, with me being gone and back and all this stuff, is Brandon has been reconnecting a lot with the boys. Let's talk about, okay. We talk about travel. We're discussing the gym. Oh wait, I'm taking what is that called? A lift, a class. What is it called? Armor? No. What is the class
Body
called?
pump.
Body pump. So Brandon comes with me on Thursdays. It's so good. I do twice a week, and then other days I do like cardio and arms and stuff. But body pump has been getting my waist kind of back, my butt. Just it's really good. I like it. It's tough. It
um,
really is hard.
Post pregnancy, you know,
Yeah, it's really hard, but I like it a lot. The sauna, we do the sauna every day.
yeah.
I worked out on my cruise. I worked out on my adult trip, and it's actually pretty cool. Like working out early in the mornings. I did a lot of meditation on my adult trip,
Now you talked about
Bible, journal.
now that you're working out, you're more mindful of like the things that you eat. You're not
Mm,
like, just eating what looks good to you anymore.
right, because if
And
I ate everything I really want to eat, this weight would not be happening. It wouldn't come off. So yeah, and especially on the cruise. Well, both of them all inclusives.
yeah.
The good thing is I did the Hilton all inclusive, and they're a
Mhm.
gourmet type of style all inclusive. Which me, I want to take Brandon. I
Mhm.
want to do another trip with adults like females, but I want to go with hubby because the food is really gourmet, like 5 star. It's
Mhm.
they serve you small, healthy
Portions.
portions, but it was so honestly it was one of the best like chef flavor type of food. It was so good. And then I'm aware of how I'm eating, instead of going crazy on splurging for breakfast, having 18 different, croissants, I maybe had 2 croissants the whole week versus one every day. For breakfast, I did oatmeal with my fruits or, just being really aware and just feeling better. Because you don't feel like, when you eat a lot and you're like sluggish. Yeah, I wanted to really still feel good. They had some smoothies on the cruise if you wanted to have like banana smoothie, peach smoothie. So I will have some of that.
So
Um,
you really been on your like boss lady self
oh god, here it
self
goes.
care
This is why, and then I get extra deep because of all this.
self care me power woman doing this making moves. I see you, lady. I see
I'm
you.
I'm working on getting these millions in this house.
Yeah, I
I'm working on
see
getting
you.
these millions, but really just getting back to me, getting back to like Jennifer, like not mommy or not wife or not daughter. Like I really want to be me. I really like to work. Like I really like to grind
Mhm.
and make money and do what I got to do. And I'm not saying I can't do that with kids, but it does kind of make a little harder when you're home with a baby, when you're breastfeeding, when you're taking the boys to school. Luckily, you're transitioning, so you're home a little bit more, so you're helping, and I can kind of do my own, career thing versus just I just been mommy a lot since Francisco.
Yeah, yeah.
I do my career, but it's always been part time and maybe this, maybe that, and then back to focus on mommy.
Right.
Because even the boys were like, "Mommy, are you leaving again? Like, where are you going? Like, what are you doing? What trip is next? What's happening?" They're like, "When are you taking us?" But daddy, let's go to daddy part. Let's talk about our muscles over here. Our muscles over here. Look at this muscle man. Look, look, look.
I
I
think the shirt's
see.
just getting too small.
No, because the muscles are popping. They're about to
Mm,
break it. Look at
yeah,
that. Show the
yeah,
flex. So, but let's talk about daddy.
Okay.
Daddy has been rebonding with the boys. I know our oldest mentioned to me the other day. He said, "Man, we have fun with daddy." And I was like, "Really?" Because they usually don't like staying with daddy. Because they know daddy is Sergeant Barker, military. But they said they like staying with daddy. They mentioned that they had fun. They played some games together. Cause I don't play that. Like we're not about to sit here and play games. But daddy was a little nice. I don't know where that came from. But daddy was nice. Played a game with them. Sat with them, and they all played video games, which that's not unusual because we don't do video games like that. But it was good daddy time. Francisco said it was like daddy and son time. And I thought that was a really big thing that he mentioned because if he's mentioning that's how he felt, then that means he felt he hasn't had a daddy in some time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about, like, if you correlate it, like, why would he say that when you hang out with you see Francisco every day,
Yeah.
But for him in his mind, it was fun, it was cool, it was daddy and me, it was daddy and us, daddy and the boys, daddy and the son. Then in the midst of all that, Brandon took the boys by himself on
Yes.
a 2-day trip to Orlando. So that was spontaneous. We surprised them because I was going to Mexico. We surprised them because daddy's like, "Oh, I'm not going to go nowhere with that. That's 3 kids." I said, "No, you could do it. I do it all the time." And his friend said he could do it. And other people said. So he was like, "You know what? Okay." But he did safe. He wasn't doing like no extra beach or city or nothing like that.
Nah.
He went safe where I can go and stay, where I can go and food is there, the activities are there.
Right.
I don't have to go 18 Ubers. I don't have to do this. He was just safe.
Yes. One spot. One stops.
What is it?
One
One
stops.
stop shop,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I was able to find on the plane because I am the travelagent.com, the mom.com. On the plane, I found a really good hotel because they were gonna do the other one, remember?
Which is this one was a lot
Which
better.
only had a slide. So
Yeah.
I was like, no, let's look for something better that's in the budget, blah blah blah. And I was able to do it. Literally, I was sitting on the plane about to take off to Mexico. I booked that. We booked the Uber. They went there for the night. They stayed all day. They had fun. He was with the baby. So daddy and the baby have been bonding, even though they've always bonded a lot since he was born. But it was like real deal. Like mommy's not here. I gotta change his diapers every day, the whole day, and I gotta give him his leche, his milk. So how was that experience as daddy full time, full time?
Well, one thing I can't say is I don't take for granted for what mothers do
Mm.
as mothers, which we really appreciated that. That's why we showed you that Mother's Day special.
What was that?
We got you the chocolate covered strawberries. We cooked you dinner. We made
Favorite.
sure the house was nice because she wasn't here on Mother's Day because she did the Mother's Day cruise. So when she got back, we made sure her car was washed
The
and
boys
nice and
dressed nice and handsome
clean.
when I showed up. They put on cologne. They did
Yeah,
a card. So
yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go out of town on Mother's Day every year to get a card now, huh? And to get y'all fresh like that.
So we just wanted to make sure that we showed you that appreciation. But yeah, it is a job in itself. Just
I ran like,
much
what'd you do?
much
Man,
credit
I
to you
can't.
single parents out there. Y'all get extra
Yeah, especially
kudos.
single parents. That's
Yes.
rough. I know for me, when even you help, I'd be kind of like, oh my gosh. But I asked Brandon one day, like, so what you been doing? What's like on the agenda? What's this? He was like, man, it's hard to get things done with the baby and he want to eat or if he takes his nap or I try to do this within the time. And I'm like, isn't that interesting? There was a time when I was at home. I remember, especially with Francisco, the first baby, I couldn't do anything because I was like, oh my God, a first time mom, taking care of the baby. Brandon would be on the phone because he, at that time, he had maybe the two jobs, I think. He would be like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Get the schedule, get this, get that. And I'm like, dude, I could barely go shower because this baby is tripping so 10 years ago,
Yeah.
comes back into circle of life and it's like, you know what, it's not that easy or simple as it looks.
It really is not.
Because remember, the baby's almost what, he's 15 months, about to be 16
Good
months.
thing he's walking a lot more
He's really,
so.
he's a lot, he's independent a lot, which is pretty
Which
cool.
he learned how to walk on his own. We didn't
When
teach
he was
him.
like 10 months, he was walking like out. It was funny, but he did it. He's very smart. He understands. He knows a lot. We teach him a lot. We do a lot of Spanish. He speaks a lot too. Potty training is in the mix pretty soon.
Yeah.
But it's still not easy.
So
And he's not in school. He's still home, y'all, full time.
yeah. So while we saying that about getting into the calls, we're gonna get into our call about missing. So with all that said, Jim was like, "You haven't been hitting me up. You haven't been calling me."
Because multitasking for Brandon was a little difficult.
Yes.
Well, for
So
men, excuse me, man, but for the wives out there, if y'all agree, put agree. But for the men, it was so hard for him to like call me, change the baby, get the food, get the kids. I'm like, babe, you can't just put your headphone, earpiece, do something. But I forget, man, it's just one thing
tunnel vision.
and then the next.
Yes.
And then one thing, because us moms, us even the women, we be with the headphones, we're cooking the dinner, we're getting the bottle, like the book, remember we read it in the book, we're putting our clothes, we're doing 18 things and then on the phone. But he was like, I'm like, dude, you're not handicapped. Like, can we get this multitask together?
So far as missing my wife while she was on her vacation, I did call her in the morning. I would call her at night.
Sometimes.
Not at every night. Sometimes she would call me, and sometimes I would call her during the day. So she was asking, did I really miss her while she was on vacation, right? And in my mind, I felt that,
No.
well, in my mind, I missed her, but I didn't like miss, like,
But that's what I'm saying. It's a different type of miss you talking
yeah,
about. I'm like, for women, we're just saying when we're out of town, we want to feel that you thought of us, that you do love us, you miss us. Like, we want to feel that love and affection from like phone calls and texts. Kind of like when you first date and you got the new dude texting you in the mornings, good morning, beautiful, and how's your day? How's it going? Stuff like that. And Brandon really sucks at that. Like,
I
he
do.
really is horrible.
And I feel like I had a million other things to do.
Yeah, but
And
wife is one. So
you're
wife is one. Well,
okay.
besides God.
Yeah, I get wife is one.
Prayer.
Especially when she's here, but if you're not here, I got a million other tasks to do.
And that's
And
and that's where I have a problem with this, because I don't know if you guys can relate, but I feel that, like he said, if she's here, I'm one. So then if I'm not here, what place does that put me in? Because now you're making it seem like out of sight, out of mind. So now what other things can happen? And eventually you start thinking down the rabbit hole as time goes by, and you'd be like, man, is it someone else? Is he hitting somebody else up? Why doesn't he think of me? Like, is he not into me? So many different things, and we're not gonna
that's
sugarcoat it.
from your side.
Of course, it's from the women's side, because that's the one that's not getting the fuck calls.
All right. So, but see, it's not like that with me. On my side, I'm handling a lot of things. It's not that I miss you, and then it's like this. So she went on her Mother's Day trip.
Hmm.
I
That's the
fe-
case. I want to pay for Wi-Fi.
listen. I get it. I feel that this is a time where she can connect with herself, get back to her true self. She don't have to be mommy duty. She don't have to worry about anything back home.
Which, that
She's
part I will agree, and I thought that was really good, where you didn't stress me out, you didn't do this, you didn't do
I didn't
that.
call you about
That was
any
great.
situations.
I wanted husband
I
time,
didn't
not
call
no
it.
kid time. Forget the kids; they fine. I already know. I trust him. This kid, I could. Matter of fact, a couple mornings I turned the camera on and I saw the boys on the couch, all watching TV. All three of them. Daddy was, I don't know where, but eventually Daddy called and he was in the room. So I said, okay, well, they did video. Everything was great. They said hi. It was the weekend. Whoop de whoop. But when the kids are at school and you just got a baby, I don't see the issue of the finger just moving. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Hey, beautiful. Hey, like, you don't even gotta tell me you thinking of me. Like, don't even tell me that, because I know you lying. But you could still, hey, hi, how are you?
Well, I did call you.
Hello, you pretty.
I will video.
I saw your post looking good.
I
Hey,
look at your
nothing.
post. On your post, I did
Sippo.
put some stuff.
After I sent you 15 pictures and I was like, you like?
No, it wasn't no you like. I got some postings where you didn't have to put nothing on
It
there,
was
and I
one
seen
that I
it
sent
was
you
a couple of.
pictures. Okay.
So with that said,
Anyways,
she,
we're gonna go see our therapist soon, anyways,
Yeah,
because this is too much of an issue.
I've been telling you to schedule this.
I know, but she hasn't answered.
So look, so with missing, it's different for me. Like for on the guy aspect, like me, like okay, like if I go on a guy's trip, right? I want to be isolated where not like I'm single, but just isolated from everything, So this is a time for me to decompress, right?
But you
So
can't put that into my aspect.
that's not your love language.
Right.
Like you told me, that's not your love
Like,
language.
I know when Brandon goes out of town, if I want to speak to him 9 out of 10 times, I gotta call him.
Yeah.
Because he's more just doing his own thing, and not necessarily because people will be like, oh, what if he's cheating? What if this? I don't even think about that anymore. I used to back in the day, but now it's like, you know what? If that's what you want to do when you're out of town, that's on you, and you got to deal with that. But I don't even kind of. I don't go there, but there's times that the mind tries to go there, because I'm like, okay, like, you can at least like say hello. But Brandon has gotten better. He does at least do safety stuff. Like, hey, I landed.
Yeah.
I am here. I'm at the hotel. He might do a video, check the room out, because we like to share each other's rooms or whatever. Hey, look at this, look at that. But then that's it. I see a post on Instagram before he calls me, and that pisses me off. He knows that. I'm like, yo, you just did a whole post at the club, but you couldn't even hit up your wife. Like, how lame is that? But I don't like it. I still don't, and I'm not gonna like it. But that's just him. He might text me because I'll be like, hello, like, can you say what up, say something? And he might respond, or he'll call me when he's on the way to the room or something like that. But there's times he might not even call at all the whole night. I'd be furious. I'd be fuming because I'm like, yo, you can't even say goodnight to your wife. I'm really big.
Usually I send a text if anything.
I don't want to text. I need
I
a
know.
phone call
I know
because
she
the
on the
chick might be
phone.
next to you doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I'm really big on the good nights. I'm
Yes.
big. I'm so, and I'm not saying it because oh my
But
god,
there
I
hasn't been
didn't.
a time like
No, you did it a
recently.
few times in Mexico and on the cruise, and I was pissed off. So I'm like, oh,
What
you couldn't even
cruise?
say goodnight.
Oh, when you was out, but
Yeah,
not when
right.
I'm
It
on a
don't matter
trip.
when either of one is out. The goodnight should be, man. Let me say goodnight to my wife
So the
because
good nights and good mornings. Is it?
good morning. Why did that turn off? Oh, it died.
No.
Good morning is just that to me the good morning is just common courtesy of thoughtfulness. I thought, hey, good morning, sunshine, hey, beautiful, hey, queen, whatever. Just make me feel good. Shit, say something. I don't care if you send me a heart. You know what I'm saying? But the good night to me is more of a lot of people mention, oh, my spouse passed away at night. Oh, my spouse didn't wake up. Oh, he got into an accident last. So many scenarios I've seen and heard that for me, and even our pastor talks about it too, you should always say goodnight to your spouse.
Yeah.
And there's times that Brandon, oh, I was busy. I fell asleep with the
Yeah. So
baby,
I
or this or
have fell
that.
asleep
It
with the
don't matter when you
baby.
about to put the baby down. Hey, that's what we got. We got to think smarter though. You got to multitask. I'm about to put the baby down. I might fall asleep with him. So let me be productive. Let me be ahead of the game, one step ahead. Let me hit up Jen and say, you know what, good night. And that's one of the things I mentioned too. And
I gotta work on that.
for my moms out there, do y'all think the boys, your kids, should say goodnight to their parent when they're out of town? I'm big. I like that too. And I told Brandon, I said, babe, it's been a couple of nights that I didn't get to say goodnight to the boys because I'm waiting for him to call me back. And by the time he calls me back, they're asleep. And he didn't even think. I think that's very inconsiderate for the parent because you're not teaching the kids, hey, let's call mommy or hey, let's call daddy and say goodnight since he's out of town just to make sure. Just because imagine that. How would it feel? I'm just throwing a scenario. How would it feel? You said goodnight, the kids didn't, and God forbid something happened to that spouse that night, that morning, they went out. Who knows? The kids are like, man, I didn't get to say goodnight to dad or mom, or man, I didn't get to nothing. And then on top of it, because you were so busy with all the kids and stuff, I didn't talk to them during the afternoon barely. Maybe when they got off school it was a quick hello, how was school? But then we really wouldn't talk. So it would be from just that 3 o'clock call till who knows when. Oh, mom disappeared and I don't know when I'm gonna talk. So that to me is a big deal. I don't like it. I don't know if he'll ever change that. I think maybe he should consider the afterthought for the kids.
Yeah.
But
Well, after the fact, I did think about you not talking to the kids before they went to bed, and I don't know. I think maybe it was so much of a formation of how things happen in the afternoon
yeah,
that
just
it was just like,
do it all.
yeah. So, it's something, and like I said,
I just gotta do another trip for you to do it better.
yeah, okay, all right, I see you. All right, anyway. Um, but moving on, when I was talking about just like far as on my aspect of missing, when I'm out of town, I feel like this. One,
I
the,
think it's a guy
the
thing.
first thing to me is um I'm thinking about the way I can improve, right? And this is why I miss my wife once I get back, and I'm not really communicating. I think about a way I can improve. Um, I might be connecting with God in that sense. It's just a way I can improve as a father, as a man. That's when I'm away. You know what I'm saying? The second thing is um when I'm out there is just like I think about, damn, I'm glad I'm married. I don't have to do this dating scene. The way I see
Mm.
people around me, interact. I don't have to date. I'm glad I'm married. I don't have to go through
date.
this. I don't have to, chase or anything like that. That's the second thing that comes to mind. The third thing is when I see families out, um, with their kids and dads and wives and stuff. I like, dang, I miss my family. I really miss my family. Um,
Family, not the wife.
my wife and the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just a family.
No, well, the wife and the family, that's all
Mm-hmm.
together too.
Okay.
And then so the fourth thing is that's when like the intimacy comes
In Brandon's world.
in my world. And I'm like, dang. So when I get back from my trips and I'm been disconnected with all those things,
And
it's
the
like
only reason why I
feel
agree
like
to this,
I feel like
the only reason
that
why
I
I
miss.
kind of go along with this little nonsense is because I have noticed a difference of the D when you get back. I have noticed that if we do talk too often when he's out of town, he'll come back and he might give me some, okay, boom, here you go, whatever.
Because it's like I didn't get a chance to miss you.
Which I don't understand that because you missed the vagina though. But anyways, and then when we don't talk as much, especially if it's a guy's trip, that's when I really try not to think of him doing stuff with other girls. Because when he's with other guys, I'll be, females, they're crazy. So I think a whole bunch of stuff because he out in the streets and then he be wearing them little tight pants that show all his them great sweat type of thing.
Are you serious?
So, anyways, so what was I saying?
Got you.
Oh, so then that's when he comes home and I get like the extra D extreme, like we just met type of thing. So that's, I kind of got to like simmer down to get the extra goods. But anyways.
So, as far as the guy aspect, that's
Which
what
I think is whack.
I feel like that's giving me opportunity to miss you because if you calling me about problems that are happening at the house that you
or
can't,
even just in general,
that you can't resolve. Now sometimes it's necessary. If you have to call me and it's something serious, you're like, yo, they really just tripping, and you need to. Then I understand that aspect, but that shouldn't be like an everyday thing. You're like, yo, they was tripping today and they tripping tomorrow and they've been tripping all week. You need to talk to them every day. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one phone call. That's it. If they don't get in order, then hey, we'll handle that when I get back in town. Secondly, for me to have any problems going on or anything like that, I feel like I'm still there, even though I'm not presently there. But if you give me all the situations that are going on at the house, I feel like I'm still there and I'm not away decompressing.
So this is all in Brandon's brain.
In my brain.
Meanwhile, when I have the trips, I have to deal with all this because he does what, like if he was on a trip and I don't like it.
But see, the thing is, I want you to decompress. I want you. See, that's the difference.
But see, so there's different.
I don't call you.
decompressing.
I don't
Like-
call you and be like, okay, well, maybe a couple times if it was something when we was on the phone call, like, hey, where's this? Where's that?
It's different because your decompress might be different than mine. Especially mommy mode is always in the life. So I've already adjusted my life to decompress in small, like sections of my day because baby sleep, oh, let me do a little reading, or the kids are outside playing, let me do a little bit of this. So for us women, for moms, it's a little different. Like there was a couple times I told you on the boat, like, okay, I'm about to go read a little bit and take my nap, I hit you back. That to me is my decompress moment. You were talking about like I need the whole 5 days to decompress when half the work is done by mommy. That's what I don't be understanding. I'm like, you decompressing from what?
Yeah.
From me changing the diapers?
No. It's just the stress that we deal with as men. It's just not just like father stress, but just stress. Period. You know what I mean? It's just as what we deal with as men.
Especially because you guys do all the money stuff and everything as far as providing. But I believe also that, and we've talked about the love language before, I believe that the same way you're at home and do her love language, the same way when you're not home, you should do her love language. Because I do believe that, and this is not me, there's maybe other occasions for other people that maybe they're not as strong as the female. And this is when adultery kicks in. And I told B this. Like, I called him one night literally before the club or after the club or something. And I wasn't drinking nothing, so it wasn't that. I just wanted to talk to my husband. Like I saw the couples at the bar and people walking around. I was like, let me call. I haven't heard from him. He didn't say goodnight. Let me see if he's up. And he happened to be up. And I was like, dang, like you can't even call me tonight. But okay, well, what's up? I want to talk about some stuff. And he just went in like, no, you're on a trip. And he just said some stuff that I was just like, dang, like I really could be talking to the next dude while you coming at me hard because it's not a problem. Like, and that's one thing I try to tell a lot of husbands, like, don't get it twisted. Us wives and women, it's not a problem. The cheating, adultery is like this for women. It's not an issue. Same thing probably for men. Easier for women though. Yeah. I believe. So I told him like, Dag, I'm over here trying to talk to you, trying to talk to my husband for a little bit. Like, you just went in. Okay, you know what? We'll talk another time. Don't even worry about it. Like, and honestly, another person that's not as strong, that night could have been the night. Could have been like, yo, I'm about to, like, it's about to be lit, But I'm not like that because I didn't want to mess, my beautiful godly marriage. So, but I gave him that scenario I think when I got home, I said, you got to really think about certain things because my love language is different than your love language. And I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but so many other marriages in the world that you hear, oh, she was unfaithful mentally, or she ended up sleeping with this person, or she did that. It didn't just happen. It wasn't just overnight. No, it took time. Yeah, or maybe on a trip. It can happen really one time and out. I believe that. Yeah. Because I've seen it in resorts and stuff. Things happen.
But
you won't even know because you're coming back home to your spouse. But like I told
B, steps that still lead up to that. It's something that maybe transpired back at home or the relationship.
Not necessarily. Like that night, I'm telling you, that night on the cruise when I called and I was like, I just want to talk to my husband, and you kind of went in on me on some dumb stuff. I really was like upset, but like that, it kind of really was disappointing. But another person, that could have been a trigger to be like, you know what? This dude over here on the cruise I've seen all weekend by himself, because there was some selfless people I'm pretty sure on the ship with their friends or alone or whatever. That could have been the trigger for any spouse to be like, you know what? I'm about to go smash this person. I don't even care because I can't even call this my husband or wife because they don't even want to talk. I'm letting you know it led to it. No, it doesn't always have to lead to it. It could be that one circumstance. Or what if I would have been drinking? What if I would have been drunk and I would have been like, man, because you don't think well. I'm drunk, turn up, smash this nigga, and Brandon, he's not answering my calls, he wants to hang up. So I'm just saying, there's so many different scenarios that love languages. You do it at home, you should do it when they're out of town, for both. I know Brandon's love language at home, he likes to be by himself sometimes too. He want to go and read and go outside, go to the gym. When he's out of town, similar scenarios. When I'm home, I like the touching and the feeling and the kisses. If I'm not home, do that in thoughtfulness, texting and calls and messages, something. I don't even get a naked picture. You know what I'm saying? Something.
I don't do naked pictures.
I know you don't, but you don't do nothing. And it's like...
I do put hearts and love you and say
it's
that
like pulling teeth. It's like pulling the teeth. I gotta take... listen, it'll be 6 pictures later. Oh, I like that one. It's like, also the whole... I gotta send 10 for you to finally give me a like. Man, dog, please. But anyways, so we are gonna work on that.
Yes.
What Brandon is.
Yes.
That was disappointing.
Yeah. So that right there pretty much
What else did I tell you though? Hold on before you wrap up. What else did I say about you needing to miss me when you were like depressant and blah blah blah? What did I say?
What you talked about?
When you told me about like the presence, you need to miss my presence and blah blah
blah. Oh yeah, I need you, like, for me to miss. I miss the presence, like, because me talking to you. It's like I can talk to you every day.
You feel like I'm here.
I feel like you're here. The same vice with what I just said. I feel like you're here. I miss the presence and like.
So I told Brandon. I said, "Well, don't tell him. Listen, the next trip, that I'm going without him. I told him like you won't like as hard as it's gonna be for me because I like to call like ladies.
I'm
We
not
like to call our
saying
husbands. We
I'm
like to
not
call,
saying
I'm not.
ghost
I
me.
promise y'all. I promise y'all.
Don't
Y'all will
ghost
get an
me.
update. You
Do
guys
not
would.
ghost me
You
because
guys are gonna
you
get
will
an
get an
update.
APB put out for your.
Listen, you guys are gonna get an update on one of our calls when I go on a next trip that is maybe not with him, that just me, my mom, whoever, my girls, me, whatever. I promise you guys, as hard as it might be, I'm gonna have Brandon's gonna miss me. He gonna miss even if it's just like that. She didn't even call me, the baby. I mark that word, y'all. But anyways, what else? I'm telling you.
That'll wrap this call
Exactly. I'm
up.
telling you, he gonna be calling me. Remember them calls? Y'all remember when y'all dated and you didn't call the person, but then the person blow you up and you don't answer till like the fifth call? Like, oh, let me answer now. Watch.
Okay, there she go
He
playing the
might
game.
send a D pic. Like you don't want to answer.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much it.
That's
Work
pretty
on it,
much.
communicate,
So when it comes to missing your spouse, how do you
and
handle
we
that?
serious about going to our family therapist
Yes.
marriage because this was really irritating me.
So when you miss your spouse, how do you guys handle that? If you guys like to comment below, put
And
some
make sure you give her
comments.
some. Sorry, make sure you give her some bomb D when she gets home, even if you didn't show that you missed her, even if you didn't show, because that's where Brandon makes it up. That's why he be making it up, and I be forgetting that he didn't call me like 3 days, 2 days, one day. Well, you did every day, but like more consistent, because he comes through. So, ladies, if the husband does not come through with the intimacy and the D and all that good stuff after you're away, then I think you need some help because he didn't really hit you up. It didn't really consist, and then the D doesn't come around like a day or two. I give it 48 hours from you coming home, right? Or
Okay,
72.
48.
What do you think?
48.
48. I give it 48 hours. If you home and you still didn't get the bombness, I'm not talking about no quick like the one and done. Just he did whatever, boom. No, I'm talking about the real deal, like bang. Then talk to someone.
Yeah.
Right, babe?
Right.
Good.
So again, that'll wrap up our call. That was about missing your spouse. If you guys got any comments or suggestions or any ideas about missing your spouse, if you guys think there should be more, we talk about this on another call, then hey, put that on there too as well. But yeah, missing your spouse is very important. How do you miss them? What makes you miss them? When they're away, how do you deal with it? How do you handle that? Do you speak their love language when they're not around? If it's something physical, do you speak that love language a different way? Are you adjusted into that? But that wraps up our call, guys. I'm glad to hear from you guys again. We're back. Jen is back
No,
again.
we've been here. But one last thing before Brandon, who's praying now? Is it me or you? I don't even
You
remember.
pray out.
It's me, of course, right?
Yeah.
One last thing is y'all see, for my YouTube people, make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow me, Jennifer Barker, on Facebook. We are actually down to 5 cabins to this amazing charter cruise going around. I don't know if you can really see it. Going around Croatia. It's 7 days. It's a private charter. We already have several cabins that's booked on there. And it's, your breakfast, your lunches, you get the captain's dinner, welcome drink. You're going all through a couple of the islands in between Croatia and Europe. So hit us up. There's a few cabins left. It's 6,500 for couples or, two in a room. So comes out to about 400 a person, all inclusive every day per day. So it's not really bad. We're trying to see if we can get out there, and this is in October, so we have time. October, so hit me up. And there's a whole bunch of other
Is
stuff.
there payment plans and stuff with that?
Yes, I'm actually waiting to hear on the actual deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So when people message me, I should have confirmation of deposit and then payments because it's about 5 to 6 months. We have time, but I believe a lot of these trips have to be paid up 60 days before. So we
Okay.
have about 3 months for paying. But 6,500 for two. This is for the ballers.
Yeah.
This is for those with the coin.
Upper echelon, top notch.
This is like 5, 6, 7, 10 star
Yeah.
diamond type of thing. Not no carnival, I need to pay $100 for the week type thing. So, but anyways,
So
all
we'll
right.
try to we'll probably post that at the end of this call so you can see, because I don't think they can see with the camera, but we'll put it in at the end of this call. Again, thank you guys. The link is also in below in the actual title. You will see that you can get Jennifer link to her travel
Yeah, we'll
information
put it
as
on
well.
there.
But go ahead and pray us out, babe.
Okay, y'all know I'll be short and sweet.
Yes.
Father God, thank you for today. Thank you for all that you do. Continue to protect and cover all of us, all the marriages, all even the singles, Lord. You bring them the right person, the godly person. For single parents, single moms, dads, that you continue to cover them, protect them. For me and Brandon, that we continue to grow and understand each other's love language 15 years later, Lord, that we continue to bring that union and that oneness that you want us to have in marriage, and protect and cover our kids, and that we have a great week. And for all the students that are finishing school, the parents, praying for our summer, that we are covered, protected, and calm and safe with our kids. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
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 Amen. Amen. See
Thank
y'all.
you
Have a good one.
guys. We'll see y'all again.
Bye.
Did you miss me? Yeah, I know I've been gone for too long. Yeah, but now I am back. Let's move on. Yeah, hope you're ready for more, cause I'm ready. I just see many, many faces, but nobody to tie my laces. Now I wanna turn into races, so better go call me my Daisy. Now she fit to cool in my senses. My mind has been running off lately. My Daisy fit to